school, it's a place where we are learning. We have a lot of resources to be able to challenge ourselves. We have teachers, we have resources on the walls, we have all sorts of things here to help us figure out those words, what they mean, how to say them, to understand text more than if you are reading independently at home. So, finding a good fit book is really important to make sure we're using our school time as best as we can, so that we're reading books that help us learn and grow, not just for enjoyment, but also for becoming a better reader. And the first thing we need to do when we're looking for a book that's a good fit is to find some books we're interested in, and then we'll test them together. So we're going to take a quick walk around the library here, just my classroom library, and see if there are any books that interest us. Don't mind the mess. This library is well loved. This is one of my favorite areas. I'm leaning on some cushions here. We have lots of cozy areas to read. This is one of my favorite sections in my library because it has the Aaron Blabey box. He's one of my very favorite authors and illustrators. And I always tell my students, there are times when you shouldn't be interrupting me unless it's an emergency. But one of the emergencies I kind of jokingly list is Aaron Blabey. If by any chance you see Aaron Blabey around the school, interrupt me. Run, yell, do whatever you must. Please don't let me miss the chance to meet Aaron Blabey. So I have my Aaron Blabey pen. I also have books about dogs, books about cats. I have Diary from a Wimpy Kid, or Diary of a Pug. I'm not sure why Ripsy's in here. It's the long pen. But it's my students' job to take care of the books, so sometimes they make a mistake on where they put something back. I understand. So I'll fix this one later. I am very much a dog person, and I read a lot of books about dogs, but I also like cats, and maybe I should give books about cats a try. So maybe I'll try this one, Cat Tricks. I'll add this to my pile. Where else should I look? Over here, I have lots of books about animals, which I love all animals. Well, almost all animals. Elephant and Piggy is always a popular choice. Many of these books we've read again and again and again. I think I'll give an Elephant and Piggy book a try. By Mo Willems. Add that to my pile. Let's go to the other side. Here we go. Let's see. So many books to choose from. Well, this one is jumping out to me because of the illustrations on the front. I see a lot of expressive faces and maybe some mischief. So I might like to read this book. In that book, the bit about stories of family. I'll give this one a try as well. And let's see what, down here I have Frog and Toad books. Another favorite, a classic. mistakes and fairly quickly. I understand everything I'm reading. That does not mean that it's not a wonderful book to enjoy. You can enjoy that book at home. You can enjoy it on the weekend, and sometimes at school. You can enjoy it. However, it's just like anything else. If we don't ever push and challenge ourselves to learn more, then we won't learn more. If I was determined to just crawl as a baby and I never pushed myself to walk, I never would have learned how to do it. So in a school setting, when we have support and we are here to learn and challenge ourselves and know more and learn more, that is the right place to be choosing a book that is a little bit challenging. Not too challenging, a little bit challenging. Baby steps. One thing that I see happen a lot is kids want to read a book that is too challenging because it is very interesting. I totally get it. Maybe I want to read Ribsy because I have heard about this book. The cover is appealing to me. My friends have read this book maybe, and I really, really want to read it. But it's not the right fit for me yet. This might not be the right fit, so maybe this is a book that I either wait to read or I check it out and I read it at home with my family. But if I can't read it, then I'm kind of wasting my time sitting here pretending to read or reading one out of every 15 words. I'm not actually enjoying the book and I'm not getting anything out of it. So I have to really help myself by finding a book that is a good fit. If it's too easy, I won't be learning anything. If it's too hard, I won't get anything out of it at all. It'll be a waste of my time. So here's how we tell if a book is a good fit for school. I'm going to start with cat tricks. I'm going to read and I'm going to check to see, can I read all of the words with no mistakes? Can I read it smoothly and quickly? And can I understand what I'm reading? If all of those things are true, it's probably a little too easy for me and not a challenge. Cat tricks. I choose one page to test if a book is a good fit. If I tried to read the whole thing and it's not a good fit, it's just a waste of my time. Here I go. Go get the ball, cat. Go get it. Go. Smooth, quick, easy. I understand what I'm reading. Most pages are similar. This book is too easy. I might enjoy this another time, but it's too easy for me today. It's time to test the next book. This is called Can I Play Too? It's an Elephant and Piggy book by Mo Willems. This is a book that I have at home that my family reads to me as a bedtime story very often. I've read it for years. I can read it with my family at home without even looking at the pages. This one goes like this. Yes, I love playing catch with my friends. Wait, yes, I love playing catch with friends. You know, I could read this whole book without even looking at it. So wait a second. Is that really reading it? Or do I just have this one memorized because it's a favorite book? I think this is a good one for me to enjoy with my family, but it's not actually reading if I have it memorized, is it? Probably not a great fit for school. Time to test out Frog and Toad. Frog and Toad are friends. There's a little bit of a challenging word in the title, but I can figure it out. again. He got into the bed and pulled the covers over his head again, but Toad cried, "Frog, you will miss all the fun." Listen, Frog, said Toad. "How long have I been asleep?" Well, there were some challenging words on this page, but I was able to figure them out. 1 or 2 words per sentence. Some sentences, no challenging words. And I understand what I'm reading. This is a good fit for school. This is a good challenge. Let's try one more. My rotten, redheaded old brother. Okay. First page. My brother and our mother and I all lived with my grandparents on the farm in Onion City, Michigan. Now my I don't know. My grandmother knew lots of things. She knew just how to tell a good story. She knew how to make or dinner things. Magical, and she knew how to make the best late chocolate cake in that place. Wait, I'm getting kind of lost. I don't know where they are. I don't know some of these words. I think it's about a grandma making cake. I think this one is not a good fit for me yet. There are a lot of really big words, and there are multiple words in each sentence that are hard, but I can figure out, or just too hard, and I can't figure them out. They're not really making sense to me. I never figured this one out. I want to read this story, but I think it's not a good fit yet. And that is not to say that I can't enjoy books that are too hard for me right now, because I can get help from other people, like checking this one out and reading it at home with my family. Or it's not to say that I can't also read and enjoy books that are too easy, or maybe even that I've memorized. Those ones are also good books to enjoy other times. At school, when we're learning, the best type of book to read is a book that has some words that you need to pause and figure them out. Some words that you might have to figure out what they mean using the context on the page, and where you can still understand the text, but you might have to do some thinking. All of those times where we pause to figure out be reading